shit, this is fucking sideways. Hold on. Can I turn the wheel? Nope. Alright, whatever. It's gonna be like this the whole video. It's been like the weekend, right? Since the last video. I'm getting leaner at least, right? I mean, I don't know how much I weigh. The scale has no fucking batteries. And I'm too lazy. I probably have batteries in the house, but I'm too lazy to go change it. I'm just going based off visuals and based off of how I feel. And yeah, it's funny because I stopped running for like 2 to 3 weeks. I stopped running, and so my appetite has gone down. So I'm eating less food, and because I'm eating less food, I'm losing weight. It's kind of ironic, I guess you could say. I'm running to like obviously get those steps in, do the cardio, but then because I'm running, my appetite is increasing. And since my appetite is increasing, I'm eating more food, and I just end up being in a surplus. Because I peaked at 190 when I was running, because I was just eating so much food, and I was just eating everything and anything, just out of convenience. I mean, obviously I need self-control. This is like a new skill I need to learn. Is like, if I'm gonna try to maintain running, I need to figure out nutrition off of it, whatever, you know. I need to figure out my nutrition for like when I start running like every single day basically, or whatever the case may be, 3-4 times a week. I need to figure out my nutrition for that. So yeah, but definitely I wouldn't say it was an eventful weekend, but just a lot of like reflection, I guess you could say, from just based off this weekend. I've learned, I wouldn't say I learned a lot, but a lot of stuff resurfaced based off of what I previously knew, but I guess suppressed it. I suppressed it because I didn't want to acknowledge it. I wanted to have a new reality, I guess you could say. So basically, because what Patrick Bet-David says, right? He's like, you want to choose your enemies wisely. And I've always thought my parents as my enemies for like, I wouldn't say for the longest time, but it just feels like they weren't always on my side. It was only what they wanted, not what I wanted, right? I understand that they want, they tell me what they think is best for me, but they don't know what's best for me. Only I know what's best for me, right? Obviously, they can give advice and tell me what they think is best, but they have to frame, okay, this is actually me annoying, but they need to frame it in that sort of way that this is what I think is best for you. Please heed my advice. But I know that's what they're trying to say, but it doesn't come off like that. So in the moment, I obviously get emotional because I'm emotionally tied with these people, my parents, right? And my brother. These are the 3 people I'm talking about when I mention family. I'm very emotionally invested and emotionally tied with these 3 people. So everything and anything they say, it hits harder compared to if a random stranger says it. Like, I get when people say you shouldn't care what other people think, but I kind of disagree with that sentiment because I care what other people think. Because how else would I get constructive criticism? Is based off of other people's feedback and what they think and their perceptions. Because your perception is like a circle. You can only see what's inside that circle. You cannot see what's outside of that circle. So if other people's perception, if it's within your circle and you can notice that, you shouldn't heed their advice. But if it's overlapping with your circle and their own circle, you should take their advice, because even if it's something small, like don't do this, or like drink more water, for example, I don't know. You should always listen to people's advice, but with a grain of salt. Unless it's people you respect, then you should, I think, take their advice. At least that's how I'm living my life right now. I have people I like respect in the, I guess you could say, in the info business space. I don't know, like online business space. You know, like Charlie Morgan is my mentor. I listen to him wholeheartedly because I want to achieve his status. I want to get to his, I want to get to his level. So I'm obviously going to listen what he says. Compared to my parents. My parents are very good people. They have very good character, even though it kind of slips inside the house. I mean, that's with everyone, right? No one's perfect. But Like my parents have very good character, and that's like the number one thing they instilled in me is having good character. And that's something I want to embody, especially when I die, is that when I die, I want that reputation of people saying like he always did the right thing. He's such a good person, you know, only saying nice things about me. Not necessarily saying nice things about me, but saying that I always did the right thing. I have integrity, honor, and that sort of stuff, right? Even though I cheated on my last exam, so that's a lack of integrity, right? That's a lack of integrity from cheating on my exam. Man enough to say, not proud that I did it, but man enough to say. But and since these people is like the relationship I care about with these people, I obviously take what they say, not with a grain of salt, but a lot bigger than that, a lot larger than that. I listen to everything they say. Even though I don't agree with it, I still listen to what they say because I'm emotionally attached to these people. I care about my relationship with these people. But especially today, it feels like that no one respects my time, you know? Like I'm my own human being. I have my own needs. Whether it's right or wrong, it does not matter. I have my own needs and I have my own wants. If I want to, you know, watch anime all day, I want to watch anime all day, right? Who is it to you to say like, what the fuck are you doing? This is what I want to do. Just let me do what I want to do. I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong. I'm just saying this is what I want to do. You can have your own perception of what I want to do and why, whether it's right or wrong, based off, like I said, like your perception. But it doesn't give you the right to tell me, like, criticize me for what I'm doing and what I want to do with my own free time. One thing that I've noticed, something I've noticed with Charlie, when Charlie said this, like it not necessarily clicked on my head, but like when he said this, and then I began to notice this in my reality, is that, you know how when we grow up, your parents always say, treat how you want to be treated. And it's kind of like, that is true. Like you want to treat others how you want to be treated. And also that another level to it is don't judge others, because how you judge other people is how you judge yourself, right? So for example, if I judge someone based off of their form, that means I would never go critique my form or critique somebody else's form, you know, so if I can get more muscle. I wouldn't want other people to critique my form, so I judge people from based off of their form, right? So when you judge someone, it means it's a reflection of how you feel about yourself. For example, the reason why I always wear a hat is because I'm very self-conscious about how my head shape, very self-conscious about my head shape. Because I feel like I have a big body, small head, and I've been made fun of, bullied as a kid, like that. Like, oh, you have a small head, small lips, small eyes, this is that. And I had a big body because I was fat. Even now I'm still fat. I'm less self-conscious. I'm more confident in my body, but I'm very self-conscious about the way I look. I only wear certain types of clothes because I don't want to show that I look fat. Even though I look obviously a lot better compared to how I was before, but I'm just not at the level where I want to be. And so I'm very self-conscious the way I dress. I didn't even want to talk about this in this video. I didn't even want to say this in this journal entry, but it's just fucking flowing out right now. This is not what I wanted to talk about. It just came out like this. I was gonna say it's ironic, but I don't know, man. I guess it's the power of flow, huh? Just letting your brain just come empty itself out. That's why I like these journal entries, because I'm just letting shit fly, just letting, you know, just stuff come out of my head and just saying whatever comes to my head. Yeah, so that's why I never judge people's like body types. Like, I don't like it when people like make fun of other people for being like fat, skinny, this and that, because obviously I don't judge other people because I don't want to be judged. It's more so of a selfish thing. Since I don't want other people to judge me, I'm not going to judge other people. And it's kind of fucked up. Like, why would I do that, you know? Like, why would I judge you if I don't know you? And something that Alex says is that if someone had the perfect context of your life, they would be you if they had the perfect context. Since they don't have the perfect context, they're going to judge you based off your perceptions, however he said it. I don't remember verbatim, but that's what I understood from what he said. And it's like, the more I live my life, the more I understand, like, damn, Charlie's like 100% right. Alex is 100% right. And a lot of the stuff they say is like overlaps. And it's just like damn, bro, like, it goes to show you, like, the more money you make, the more the truth you see. Meaning, you see reality for what it actually is compared to what you believe it is, your perception of it versus reality. And everyone has their perception of reality, but that's the subjective truth, not the objective truth. And the more money you make, I guess you could say there's an asterisk to it as a caveat, not everybody, but generally, the more money you make, the more objective truth you see. And you see reality for what it actually is, not for what you think it is. You see the objective rather than the subjective. And it's just like, yeah, makes sense to me. People who don't make any money, they just see reality for what they believe it is, not for what it actually is. Because reality is kind of black and white. It's just is. It's not this. It's not that. That's not what you think it is. It just is. It just exists. And the more and the good thing is that because I'm able to detach myself from reality because it just is. It's not. Obviously, I'm gonna still feel some emotion about it because of I attach myself to it, but I'm able to detach myself because that's just what it is. Reality happened because of what I did or what happened, like based off of actions, right? And for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, right? And so reality just happens. Things just happen. It doesn't happen to me. I can say it happens for me. That's where reframe comes in and be able to spin everything to a positive truth and to be able to positively benefit you, which is another good thing, is that you can either, with your subjective perception, you're able to change it to a negative or positive. It's how you see it, right? And that's something else I'm trying to learn is to be able to reframe things. Reframe. How you see it is also very important. You want to see it for its objective truth, obviously, but you also want to see it for its subjective and to be able to positively reframe it to positively benefit you, right? And I just want to bring it back to what I actually wanted to say. And that was a tangent. Let's bring it back. The whole point of this is I just want to document that today showed me that nobody cares about my time. Nobody cares about my time except for me. Everybody has their perception of me, right? They see me for what they think who I am, if that makes sense, right? They have their own perception of me, so they act in accordance or believe. Yeah, they act how they believe me to be. For example, if I'm inclined to be an angry person, and people say stuff about me, and their perception of me as an angry person, oh my god, I just thought of a great fucking, oh my god, I can't believe I forgot about that. Anyways, I'm gonna go to my top example. If people see me as an angry person, people are gonna tend to tiptoe what they say because they don't want to tick me off, because they don't want to deal with me being angry, right? For example, I just remembered was Fire Force. When everyone had the doppelganger of Fire Force was how other people perceive you. And based off of like other people's perception, that's your doppelganger, right? And so when the actual person came up with their doppelganger, they began to question, every single character began to question, like, is this how other people actually see me? Like, what the fuck? This is not who I am, but this is how other people see me. And just like, damn, bro. I just witnessed that today. People, that actually makes sense. People don't respect my time because I don't respect my time in itself. They see me dilly-dallying, watching YouTube, watching anime, whatever the case, wasting my time. They don't see me actually working. So they see that I don't value my time. So their perception of me is that since I don't value my time, why should I value your time? Who cares what you want to do? You need to come do what I want you to do. That makes sense. I've understood that before, but I never understood it. It was not as clear as it like this right now. Okay, now Obviously, yeah, if you don't respect yourself, other people will respect you. I understood that. Huh. And the example I just thought of is that, like, diet, gym, your physique and everything. If you don't care about what you put in your body, you have to say no to, like, going out, eating shit food, even with family gatherings. Like, and when we go to Maimonides and stuff, you want to be picky what you eat. Even food that my mom make, I'm not necessarily picky. I'll eat whatever my mom makes, but I kind of push my mom to make certain types of food because I care about what I put in my body, right? And since I've done that for like 6 years at this point, people already know I'm this type of person. Fuck, man. Fuck, man. Fuck. So everything comes down to based off of my actions. Oh, fuck. Okay. I understand it now. I understand it now. Everything comes off of based off of my actions. Again, it comes down to my beliefs. If I don't respect myself, no one's gonna respect me. If I Fuck, okay. Okay, I understand it now. This is why I like doing these journal entries, especially talking in a video, because I'm able to just empty all my fucking thoughts out. And the thing about me is that the more I live, each day continue, like, living every single day, I begin to see how right I actually am. I'm not saying this in an egotistical kind of way, but I'm just saying it in a way as a, like, my intuition is pretty, like, strong. I have a very strong intuition, and so I should trust myself more often. I should just stop doing that mental masturbation, stop doing quote unquote research, market research, whatever the case may be, doing just looking up random shit, thinking I'm doing research trying to solve my problems when I already know I can solve my problems based off of, like, my experience, my strong intuition, and based off of my previous knowledge that I've looked up before. Like, as a combination of all three of these things, I should trust my gut feeling. And I should trust my gut feeling when I eat good food, exercise, and get lots of sleep. All these combination, all these factors, I should trust my intuition. I don't know why I don't listen to myself. I listen to just what other people say to me. That's something I gotta fix. Okay. I don't know if a fix is the right word, but that's something I gotta change. Is that I gotta be more confident in myself. Yeah, I lack confidence. I guess that underpinning thing is I just lack confidence. That's all it is. I don't believe in myself. I don't trust in no matter I know I said, like, oh, I believe in myself. I know what I'm capable of. I do believe that, but it's just like that comes from when I in these kind of videos, and then, like, just this I get that burst of motivation, like that 3 a.m. motivation. That's when I believe in myself, is when I get that motivation. But when I wake up, I'm not necessarily motivated. Huh. Yeah, I guess everything comes down to just a lack of self-belief and lack of confidence. And that comes down to competence. I don't believe in myself because I don't believe that I can actually do it. And to change the competence level, I have to change it with action and believe the future, the person that I'm going to become, the person I'm striving to be. Okay. I should believe the person that I'm striving to become, and I need to take actions to get closer to that person, that future me. Okay. I understand it now. Okay, I'm not speed maxing, honestly. If I would be speed maxing, this shit would have been like that. I would have been that person by now. But yeah, like, it's like when you're doing a puzzle piece, when you put the right puzzle pieces in the right spot, and then, like, it shows, like, when you have not all the pieces, when you have, like, some of the pieces together, and then you have the other pieces, you see where those pieces are automatically going to fit before you even grab them. Like, it's like that type of that shit. Or like on the Rubik's Cube, when you saw the first 2 layers and you were trying to solve the final layer, all that stuff just clicks together. When all that shit just clicks, that's how I feel right now. Everything just comes down to action. I need to be I guess I need to be disciplined to take in that daily action. Like I said to myself today, miss one day, it happens, shit happens, life happens. Miss 2 days, that's a choice. Miss 3 days, that becomes a habit. And you don't want to form negative habits. We want to form positive habits. And the reverse is also true. Doing the work one day, that's just a fluke. Doing it 2 days in a row, that's a choice. Doing it 3 days, it becomes a habit. And if you do it 60 days in a row, that becomes a habit ingrained in your brain. So it becomes easier over time. Thing with cold calling is I won't be able to do it every single day. I can only do it 6 days a week, but even still, that seventh day, even though I won't be cold calling, I'll be either recording a video or two, what's it called? Looking back at the footage and analyzing and improving based off the footage. So, yep. This is not like 40 minutes. I guess I said everything I wanted to say, and I kind of dumped all my thoughts out, and now the thing is, right? I'm making a video, a five-part framework of figuring out. The title is how to make goals so clear that it becomes real. Excuse me. And I'm in the process of writing it, and I need to create the Miro board, script the video, create the Miro board, and then record it. And I also need to do that for myself, and I also need to create a new vision board. Then the next, I guess you could say, next level vision board of 3.5 or 3.6. That level of the vision board. Yeah. I gotta do those two things, so I have something to look at every single day to remind myself every single day, what am I doing to achieve my goals? Yeah, so tonight I gotta go to sleep early and get started, because why not? Why not? Yep. Tomorrow is the 14th, yeah. Okay. Yep, that's just what it is. Tomorrow I gotta get started. Nothing else, just take action. That's the only thing that matters, is taking action. I'm getting nervous thinking about it right now, I ain't gonna lie. Getting nervous of thinking about taking action. Well, peace.